Hi everybody, welcome to Preservice Chat. Great to have you with us. I got to tell you, it's really great for me to have Ann Wellman with us. Ann is a part of our CPC campus, and you and I were having an interesting conversation in the lobby recently.
Mm-hmm. We were.
You told me about an organization that you volunteer with, the Cridge.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the official title?
It's called the Cridge Centre for the Family.
Yeah. And man, you sent me an email with just a little outline of some of the things that the Cridge is doing. There's a lot going on there.
There is.
Yeah, 159 staff or so is
Roughly,
what?
yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a big organization. And so, Ann, I just want to just kind of dig in. Can you just give us a little bit of a scope of
the Cridge?
Yeah, the organization. What does it do?
I'll try my best. Okay. Well, it's a 150-year-old almost organization. It started out as an orphanage, started by Bishop Cridge and his wife Mary.
Okay.
I think the thing that drew me to it initially, it is, I say, an unapologetic faith-based organization.
Okay.
They started that way, they have continued that way, and you know, over the years, that's not always easy to be that, especially in an environment where you're looking for government funding.
True.
Often a lot of that stuff comes with conditions and strings attached, and they've never wavered from their beliefs, from their values, which incidentally are acting justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly.
I saw that. Isn't that great?
Yep.
You guys recognize that? I sure hope you do.
Yep. Yeah. So it did start out as an orphanage, and that was a very long time ago. And since then, we have such a variety of service areas. And I'll just highlight a couple of, or well, a few of them.
Thank you.
We have a brain injury program, and that retrains and re-engages survivors so that they can live independently. So any type of brain injury, accidents, drug abuse, strokes, that sort of thing. Anybody that's rendered an individual incapacitated through a brain injury. So they train them to become independent and often out into the community being employed. We have childcare, we have infant care, we have daycare, we have a nature preschool, which I really think is cool. And we have Sun Fun summer day camps. We have what we call a Respite and Respitality program. So Respite is to give parents who have mentally or physically challenged or disabled children who, you know, looking after your children when they have challenges is exhausting. And so the Respite program provides a little bit of a break, maybe a dinner out or, well, that's actually the Respitality half of it. But the Respite part is we have care providers, a register of care providers who will come in and give the parents some time off.
That's so cool.
Which is wonderful. And then the Respitality is thanks to the generosity of a lot of our local sponsors, hotels, restaurants. They'll give a free meal out. They'll give 1 or 2 nights stay at a hotel. Bouchard Gardens is amazing. They'll give passes. So lots of community partners who will support that. We have our transition house for single parents and children fleeing violent situations. At the transition house, they can stay, I believe, anywhere from 30 days to 90 days. And at that point, then, if they don't have any safe place to move to, they move into our supportive transitional housing. And they can stay there up to 3 years.
Wow.
There's a lot. But what has come out, and one of the things that the Cridge is leading the charge on, nationally and internationally, is the connection between intimate partner violence and brain injury. And I think I sent you some stats that were quite astounding, but the estimate is that 90% of women involved in an intimate partner violence situation, relationship, 90% of them have a brain injury.
Wow.
So that is, you know, it prevents them from making good, solid decisions for themselves and their dependents. It makes them challenged when it comes to, well, choose this or this, you know, to have to make those choices on the spur of the moment, I think it's very difficult. So that intimate partner violence program is becoming larger and stronger at the Cridge. We're participating with universities, we're participating with other organizations across the country to explore that connection between that and brain injury. So at the Cridge, our transition house, our supportive transitional housing, and our brain injury programs are all part of that intimate partner violence focus.
Wow.
Which is really good.
Yeah, it's not really, it's fantastic, actually. That is I guess a path or a segment or I wasn't aware of, that's that stat. But of course, then that, as you say, if people are struggling with making good decisions, they can sort of start making some tumbling down decisions, heading you in a path that would be...
Exactly, and it's almost a tailspin for them, and they just can't get out of it, and that's why so many people return to the family situation that wasn't healthy for them to begin with. Yeah. But they don't have any other options.
Wow.
So it's a bit startling when you see some of the statistics, but I think though too, one of the problems with trying to get funding for programs, even to study the issue, is we don't have the data. We just don't have the data. The law enforcement doesn't. Law enforcement doesn't gather it. The justice system doesn't gather it. So we have Jody Patterson. We've commissioned her to be an advocate to try and work with government and other organizations to move it forward a bit.
Interesting. This is cool. I'm so glad to hear what the Cridge is doing. I didn't realize this when we talked before. I didn't have this information from you.
It's very diverse.
That you're heading down now. You're on their board, is that right?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm the president.
Now, you're the president.
Yep.
Folks, didn't realize I should be sitting up a little bit more here.
No, it's okay.
Okay, not everyone can be the president or necessarily be on the board, but I'm presuming now that we're kind of coming out of the pandemic, if someone has heard some things here and wants to find out more about it, they could hit the website, possible opportunities to volunteer.
Yes, possible opportunities to volunteer. Look at the website and read the stories. We post a lot of stories of what we call overcomers, people who have managed through their difficult situations in all of the program areas. And watch the videos. You'll hear amazing stories. And if something piques your interest, get in touch with the office. And there are lots of ways to donate. There are lots of ways to volunteer. It's a marvelous organization. I can't say enough about it.
Just off Cook and
Hillside is the main location, but we do have other sites.
Yeah, of course. You've got the houses and things. And this is amazing. I told you to go by fast. Lots of stuff there. Lots of stuff on the website. Thanks for doing what you do. And if you are interested, if that's piqued your curiosity, I encourage you to hit the website that's on the screen right now. And thank you very much. God bless everybody.